this was an important streak for us, 3 home games in a row. We knew it was important, and we know that every game now, when it gets right down to it, every game is very important to us. And I don't think our players, I'm not concerned about our players not being ready to play next week against Jacksonville and North Florida because they know the importance of it. We want to finish as high as we can finish in the league, and we know we got to win out to do it, and they're going to do whatever they can to make sure it happens. Yes, sir.
Coach, you guys really dominated the rebound game. Did you know coming into the game that you guys were going to really take it to them on the boards?
Well, we have some good rebounders in Lisa and Symmetria. Chelsea may be the best rebounding guard in the league. And even Christina chipped in tonight, and I think she had 8 or 9 rebounds. So, we average right at 40, 42 rebounds a game, and we just try to keep the ball alive on the offensive end and try to control the defensive end. We are a pretty good rebounding team, yeah.
Your last game against Mercer was pretty much a blowout. What was the difference between that game and this game?
Well, the first game at halftime, we only had a 1-point lead down there. In the second half is when we were able. We just had a stretch where our fast break really worked for us. Our players got down the floor and had some easy shots, and once we got them down, it was tough for them to come back. And so that was a big difference down there. We weren't able to do that here tonight to get off on a big run in the second half with our break like we were down there.
Coach, was it a little frustrating for you guys it seemed like you guys were sort of dominating the game, but the only kind of way it didn't show up was in the score. Is that frustrating for you guys at all?
Well, I didn't really think we dominated it like we like to. We know we have to control certain parts of the game in order to be successful. We tried to control those things. Dominating, I never felt like we really had a chance tonight to do that because we couldn't get on a real good run. But we did do the things that we do well. We seem to do those at the right time.
How motivating is it that only 6 of your 70 points came from beyond the arc when normally you're more of a 3-point shooting team? 38 points in the paint tonight, so different side that we saw.
Well, 2 things. We take what any team gives us. We take it, and they're clamping down on Taylor because they just know the reputation she has. And I've always been an inside-outside coach first. I mean, I'd rather take a 2 or 3 4-footer. Percentage is a whole lot higher than taking that 18, 19-footer. So we try to go inside first all the time anyway. So, and that's kind of expected game. That's a part of our game plan.
A couple more guys.
Coach, would you say there's a chip on your shoulder, the whole team's shoulder, after being picked to finish? I think it was last in the preseason, or do you guys not even think about that?
It was next to last. It was
next to last.
We had that at the very beginning of the year. We knew we were better than the 9th place that they picked us. And we don't talk about it a whole lot, but it does motivate us. We think about it from time to time, and we'll mention it from time to time. Particularly this time of the year, we always seem that seems to come up from, hey, we have a chance now. We can finish as high as 3rd, which is not where we want to be. We want to be 1st, but we can finish as high as 3rd from coaches who picked us to finish 9th. And so, players have things that motivate them, and we try to use those motivating techniques to keep them going. One thing they did, I'm going to say one thing, when they picked us 9th, they didn't know about Taylor Mills. And so Taylor was a surprise. And so she's what keeps this wheel going. And she just does those things, and that was, I think, made the biggest difference. Plus our other kids are mature too.
Last 2 guys in the corner, and then Jeff.
Coach, I noticed some energy spasms in the game on certain periods where there's 3 or 4 minute energy spasm where they turbate the game. Is that a strategy, or is that just how the game felt?
That's just how I filtered today. Yeah. We talk about 4-minute media timeouts. We cut the game down to media timeouts. This is where we want to be at the first media. This is where we want to be at the halftime media. So we try to do those kind of things. Sometimes we get away from it though, and it's just how we try to approach it.
You back it off?
Jeff.
Coach, what is the next step you feel that this young team needs to take in order to really press on for the ASUN championship?
Well, we just have to keep doing what we're doing. I mean, as long as we play hard, we can make some good things happen. I think we've got to be more consistent. We have some really easy shots with our post players that sometimes seem to just go awry. I think we need to be more consistent on finishing shots. And other than that, we need to do a better job of blocking out. We have periods of times where we just forget to block anybody out. So I think we just need to keep doing what we're doing and just try to do it better.
Thanks, Coach.